Hello, hello. Vlog number 2. It is Friday, May 1st. Literally, when I started talking, my dog came running out onto the porch and started growling at the squirrels, and the birds started chirping. So everybody wants to like chime in on what's going on for their week. So sit back, relax, grab a snack if you want to, and we're gonna jump right in, all right? Oh, and first, we need to stop for a second. So I am wearing you can't really see. I need to like move the camera back. But I am wearing a sweater that I crocheted. I think I'm gonna have to stand up. Oh, nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, we'll figure it out. But anywho, okay, we need to pause for a second. Take a look at my crocheted cardigan. I love it. It's my first like cardigan that I made, that I added like sleeves and a ribbing. I really love it. And it's kind of chilly tonight, but with this, the material on this is like, it's so fucking cozy. And the way that the stitches are really big, I can even like stick my thumb through like that if I want to. So you'll probably see me twiddling it with it, but I just had to like, we had to pause. We had to pause and appreciate this beauty. We'll be doing more of that because I have other cardigans I need to finish. Maybe over on my school community, we'll do some craft nights or like whip nights, works in progress we need to finish. Who knows? Who knows? Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. But anywho, let's jump right into it, all right? I got my notes. We're ready to talk. It's golden hour. Like, I'm sorry, this sun, this sun is like the best filter. Okay, let's focus, Erika. All right, so it's kind of been a weird week. Like, I don't know, a weird week. Lots of reflections. Weather. Yesterday was so rainy, could not do my sun salutations outside. Could I have done them inside? I should have, but I didn't. But, you know, baby steps will make progress. Next time I've already decided, like when it rains, I'm just gonna like post up in my front office, which has the sun shining there. I'll just do it there. And then this morning, we've had a little chaos in the household with morning drop off and stuff like that. So I ended up taking over, and I also had a client at 9, so I had to kind of jiggle my morning around. And my morning ended up being a little different. Like I thought that I'd be able to do my sun salutations today, but my son ended up waking up like around the same time as me, shortly after 6. And I could tell he wasn't tired, but I told him to go lay back down. And I popped in his room, and then we just like started talking like about all the exciting new things going on in 4th grade. And just like this group chat that he's got going, and it was like the best freaking morning. Like, I loved it so much. Like, you know, I didn't have the sun salutations, but let me tell you, in regards to my mood, like that really helped. I did still go on the porch this morning to get sun, because that's like something I'm really doing now to like work on my inner clock, and we'll be talking about that a little bit more. So yeah, morning was amazing. Drop off was amazing. It was really sweet because, you know, I'm with him a lot and I get beat up on a lot because of that. And, you know, I'm like used to it. Like, I'm a safe space. But it was so nice to hear him say this morning, he's like, oh, it seems so bright out. Like, I want you to take me to school every day. And like, I definitely don't want to steal that away from his dad. However, it felt really good. And I said to him, I'm like, you know what? I'm like, whenever you want me to take you, I'm like, just let us know. Like, we can work that out. Like, we can totally work it out. And I'm so grateful that like I'm in a spot where I can do that for him. And it was just like so much fun. So great morning, great morning, great morning. But the week, you know, with the ups and downs of the morning and his stress and stuff like that, it was a little hard, but you know, it's life, and that's what we have to navigate through despite everything. I'm going to reflect on this. I do think that getting more sleep helped me deal with some moments this week that previously I might have been a little bit more like just short-tempered or something. So, all right, pause 1 second. I'm going to look at my notes so I remember the next thing I want to talk about. All right, so we're just going to like jump right into it. into what's in and what's out this week for me. What is getting pushed more and more out is leaning on like sleep apps and sleep technology to tell me how I'm feeling. And I kind of said that last week. Like, I wasn't using the app to necessarily tell me everything, but I could tell. I could tell that I was leaning on it a little bit. And so, I don't know. I think it might have been, like, it was a gradual thing this whole week. However, something last night and this morning made me be like, I really want to understand, like, my own inner clock, my own circadian rhythm, understand how to basically, like, I'm looking over at one of the books I got from the library today, but basically how to like fix my sleep without like all these other things. Because I feel like a lot of times, and this is like everything, but I feel like, let's just take sleep. There's so many apps and there's devices that you can buy, and like there's always just like a dollar sign with them, and sometimes like that's just like a lot for people to invest in something when they don't even really know. When like I truly believe that we have all those tools inside of us, and we just have to lean into it and like believe in ourselves. And so what did I do? That will lean right into, I'll talk a little bit more about what's out. And I'm going to go like back and forth probably. So what happened was that thing that ended up being out about the sleep app brought me to go to the library and get some books about our inner clock and about sleep. So I got this one book called The Sleep Solution, and I just went to the library today. I was supposed to have a client at 9. She forgot. So I chose to take that time to like get. So yeah, as I was saying, supposed to have a client at 9. That didn't work out. So I decided to use the extra time to go to the library. And I got this book, The Sleep Solution by Chris Winter, MD. It's Why Your Sleep is Broken and How to Fix It. Perfectly aligns with everything I'm doing right now. And then I also got The Inner Clock. There were 2 other books I was looking for. They didn't have them. So, like I say, everything works out the way that it should. And I really do feel that that this book is going to give me exactly what I need. It's called Living in Sync with Our Circadian Rhythm. So I'm excited to read that. And then I just felt like pulled over to the graphic novel section. And I'm like, I want a graphic novel. Hold on, I need a sip of my drink. So I ended up getting The Alchemist, a graphic novel. And let me tell you, I don't know if any of you have read this book or listened to the audiobook, but it is absolutely amazing. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And so yeah, as I was saying, I'm super excited about this one as well. I'm really excited about all these books. Like, I was like writing like notes today, and I had written something about like the energy of the library. Like, I had the most amazing day today. I woke up with a headache, my neck was hurting, but like I just leaned into my day, and like I had that moment with my son, and then going to the library. Like, there's something about being there, like being around the energy of all these people collectively wanting to learn something. Like, that's some powerful energy. I don't know if people really think about that, but like I felt that, and I like absorbed it, and I took it with me, and it was just an amazing day. And I feel like that's why I'm almost like stumbling over my words today, because I'm just in like such like a really good, like a high, just like a high feeling. Like, it just feels so good. So but yeah, I'm excited about this graphic novel. So yeah, I'll keep you posted about those. Those are going to be really exciting. So, like I said, the stuff that's out are like leaning into that app. I'm still going to track because I am really curious. I did this week. I was kind of in my video diary. Anybody who is part of my school community, I'm going to be uploading like all of my video diaries and kind of like to see like the journey. And I was talking about how like sleeping, and I don't know if I've mentioned that in my video before, but I honestly feel like sleeping over 7.5 hours is actually not doing me justice. I'm not sure though. But this week, at the beginning of the week, I had slept like 7 hours, a little over 7, almost every day this week. Let's pull up that data actually. Hold on, please. Okay, I'm back. So I got my daddy here. Hold on, I need to look at the time. Okay, we're doing good. So yeah, I pretty much slept about 7 hours. Today was the first day I think I slept like just a hair under 7. But like I felt really good. Like I was feeling dragging towards the end of last week, like continually sleeping like 7.5, like almost 8 hours. Like I was getting a lot of sleep. Granted, I needed that to like work on my sleep debt and things like that. But I really feel like getting out in the sun and really starting to reset my inner clock. Like I'm finding how much time I really need to sleep. That reminds me of something else. Okay, so I cannot wait to like dive deeper into the natural dips our bodies take throughout the day. Like we have energy peaks and we have dips. And like a lot of people always like, oh, I'm so tired in the afternoon, yada, yada, yada. But the thing is, I'm learning like we're supposed to be. And what happens is we end up fueling ourselves with coffee during that time, and then it messes up our natural rhythm for the rest of the night to fall asleep and do what we're supposed to. But when we just like lean into that dip and find activities to work through that dip, like we get another peak at the end of the night, and it's like it feels really good, and then we once again wind down, and then like our melatonin window comes in, and then we can fall asleep. I don't know, I'm not like an expert on this. I'm hoping to become a little bit of an expert. It takes time. I'm excited to share that with you, but yeah, so like I said, I slept pretty much 7 hours and I felt great. I didn't change the app. The app thinks I should sleep 7.5. So it's also a test for me to deal with an app saying that like my energy level is going down, but understand that I actually don't feel that. So it's good for me with my like deconditioning. So what else are we going to talk about here? Let's talk about the bridge job because we're not sharing that anymore. So I really can't talk too much about my job. However, I could say, let me tell you, some shit happened this week, and like old Erika would have lost her shit, would have wanted to quit, all this stuff. Instead, I remembered why I'm there, what I'm doing, and it's all gonna be good. It's all gonna be good. So I wrote down some reflections. I need to look down at them. So something that I noticed, because when I first started there, I was really absorbing like the energies around me, and like, I don't know, it just wasn't good. And so after I had a lot of self-awareness and reflection time, I was noticing certain things. So anyway, a particular person in the office, I could tell a situation was giving them stress, and they almost were instantly responding to me with a type of like attitude and stress. And at first I had to pause, because old Erika would have taken that personally and like been triggered by that and gone with it. But then it's like I really had to remember about when we say somebody like, oh, so-and-so made me feel this way, or if they didn't do that, I wouldn't have felt that way. Like we're literally handing our power over to these people and saying that they control us. Like they're a puppeteer and they're just twiddling us around. Like when I started thinking about it that way, it was like, oh shit. But it's like still hard, because then you're like, well, what the fuck? Like these thoughts pop up. I have these feelings. Like, what do I do? And the thing is, it's like we can't stop that thought that pops up, but we can decide what we're going to do with it. And so basically, like in the moment at work, like I decided like I was not going to let that thought trigger me, and I just let it go by. And I responded with my normal, happy, like cheerful self, and it felt great. And like I'm trying to lean into that more, and like I am trying to teach my son that, because a lot of times he's like, if you didn't do this, or if so-and-so didn't do this, I wouldn't have felt that way, yada yada. And I'm like, I understand, I totally understand. I go, but there's something to be learned here. You know, sometimes we need to check ourselves about why we're getting upset. You know, maybe it's attacking our ego. Maybe sometimes I am so easily distracted, so I'm sorry, but I love my porch setting. I love all the critters and everything. So there just might be pauses sometimes. So anyway, as I was talking about, like, sometimes there's reflection that needs to be done. I mean, there's always reflection. However, sometimes, like, some people might be like, well, like, I have no control. Like, there's nothing I can do here. And like, there's always something we can do. We just might not want to do it. And those times are usually boundaries that we need to put in place. And so, yeah, I'll probably be talking about that more, especially over my school community. I know I've been talking about that a lot here, and it's just because I want to make sure, like, everybody gets an opportunity to hear about it. I just recently created it, and it's like a space for all of us like-minded people to come together and to just kind of share in the collective, like, idea of becoming the best version of ourselves. I am a life coach, and that's what I do, but, like, this isn't all about, like, coaching and everything like that. It's like a community and a safe space, and yeah, we don't need to go too much into that, but I do have the link. It's a free community, so feel free to join. It's like, you'll be, part of the founding fathers, or, oh God, I don't like that expression. Oh, sorry. But you'll be like one of the founding members of the group if you join now, and that would be really cool. And you'll be able to have your say and, like, what kind of things we do there. But I'm really excited because I always wanted to build this like-minded community. I really have a passion for helping people see through the noise. I think that when we are in an environment, that collective energy really is powerful. So that's something that I have available. So feel free to click the link and join. So something else really cool that happened today is I ended up sharing some of my art with my best friend. And this is my best friend. Let's see. I moved to that town in 4th grade. We were trying to remember the other day when we became, like, really close. I feel like it was, like, later in middle school. But we lived in a small town, so she definitely knew who I was. She remembered, like, specific things about me. It was really funny. She's like my memory because I forget a lot. But anyway, I was talking to her and I was sharing some of my art with her. And it's funny because conditioning, perfectionism, I don't share a lot with people because it's hard for me. It's just hard for me. We'll talk about that another time. But I'm doing it more. So anyway, I'm new to, like, using oil pastels and soft pastels and all that. And so of course it's not gonna be perfect. But, like, I was very proud of what came about. I was reading The Artist's Way. I need to go back to that and finish that, and I will when it feels right. However, through my artist dates, I realized that, like, I have, like, a talent for, like, pastels and oil pastels. So, like, I'll put up, like, some of my pictures here as we're talking. And sorry, I'm just, like, thinking about my pictures because some of them I really love. Like, I don't know where they're gonna, like, what order I'm gonna put them in, but I'm very proud of them. So anyway, there were these jellyfish. I'll put those here that I had done, just like a real quick thing, and she really liked them. And then she was talking to me. It was funny. We were sending each other video or audio messages, and I was telling her about how, like, my office has, like, Liam's art on one side, mine on the other, and how I wanted to make a picture, like, I wanted to get, like, a big poster board and, like, do art with him together, and then, like, put that up on a wall in my office. And as I'm sending her that, she's sending me a message about how she has this wall in her house, and she thought it would be really cool for her and her daughter to paint peonies on a canvas and put it on this wall. And like, we're literally talking about that. But she goes on to say, you know what, like, I think it would be just as special if my best friend did it with me. And, like, how cool would that be? And, like, I was like, holy fuck, like, nobody's asked me to do something like that. Like, I'm like, and at first I was gonna, my instant, like, I'm not good enough, you shouldn't let me do this, da da da. But I was like, she asked me, like, she recognized, I just, like, was, my dog's right here and I'm, like, wailing my arms. She recognized a skill that she thought was good, and she wants me to help her. And, like, we're just really excited about this. So, like, get ready. There'll be lots of videos about that. So yeah, more to come for that, but I'm super excited. She wants, like, peonies, the flower. We'll figure it out. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to like finish up what I was saying about my friend and the art and all of that. It's kind of interesting how I hide a lot of my quote unquote talents. I like to sing. I taught myself how to play the piano, the piano. Teaching myself how to play the guitar. I crochet. I draw. I paint. But like I don't share any of that because I don't think it's good enough. And like that's part of my journey. That's part of me getting on here and doing these videos because we don't need to be perfect. It's all about like consistency over perfectionism, and that's just not something I grew up with. And so I'm doing my best now to like lean into that. So how cool is that like sharing my art opened up this thing for my best friend and I to do. So I'm super excited about that. So yeah, that's pretty much my week. There's probably more that I want to share. However, I decided that I'm just gonna like take little bits of notes throughout the week and just sit down and talk. Like I've been wanting to do this for so long, and I held back because I always thought there had to be a certain format or this or that, but I just realized like that people are your people are going to find you, you know what I mean? And it needs to be me. You know, obviously I can edit my video and this or that, but if I'm not being me, then like I'm not a magnet for the right people. So this is me. This is what you're going to get. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, but a lot of fun. Okay. So yeah, I just want to wrap this up now and say a little bit more about my school community. That is something else that I had been wanting for a long time. And I really had so much pressure over like, oh, what do I have to teach? What do I have to teach? And then I just like realized like, I don't have to specifically like teach anything. Like I have my coaching business and like, that's what I do. And this is just like an inside look to things that I do and like inspiration to others and all of that. I mean, we're going to have like a small wins day, not like Wednesday, but like a day where we celebrate our small wins. We'll obviously have our big wins. We'll have an anything goes day. We're also going to, oh my goodness, why am I drawing a blank on like all the awesome stuff that I thought about? Oh, one of my big things is, I know like everyone's like, oh, gratitude Thursday or thankful Thursday, but it is really important. Gratitude is so important. And one of my favorite things to do that I used to do all the time is I used to do, I don't know, it's like 3 for 3 or gratitude for 3. So it's like basically like you list 3 things that you're grateful for in your career, in your home, and then 3 things for yourself. And like, it's not often that we sit here and we acknowledge the great things about ourselves, but the more we do that, the more we believe about ourselves, the more we show up as the best version of ourselves. And gratitude is magical. Like gratitude is magical. And we'll talk about that more. So yeah, if you are curious about this at all and you want to be part of like the foundation of this, like please go over there and join. It's free, okay? And there's just going to be so much more as we go. All right. So I hope everybody has an amazing weekend. Get outside, touch the grass, let the sun hit your face, and do something that you want to do. All right. I love you. Stay luminous.